Good evening, everybody. This is Uncle Russ coming to you live from Bantai on Koh Samui, from my kitchen. Jeez, how's your week been? Oh man, I tell you, it's been so exciting for me. I've been, as you've probably seen, creating this, what do you call this thing? Organic garden. Yes. And you know, for me it was simple. Build a cage, build some boxes, put some soil in, sow the seeds, eat the fridge. No, it's been a long, slow process, but I tell you what, it's been so rewarding. So, but tonight I want to talk to us about a subject. Please excuse the printing. Okay, I tried to print it in color, came out green. So then I tried to print it in black and white, and it came out blue. So, the title of my message tonight, my story, The Goose and the Golden Egg. Ever heard that expression? Don't kill the goose that laid the golden egg. I often think about that, how we do the most stupid thing because we're either greedy or something, but we think that, you know, maybe I can do it better. Or I don't need to only have a little bit when I can have so much more. So, I'm going to read a very short story. The Goose and the Golden Egg. There was once a countryman who possessed the most wonderful goose you can imagine. For every day, when he visited the nest, the goose had laid a beautiful, glittering, golden egg. The countryman took the eggs to the market as soon as he began to get rich. But it was not long before he grew impatient with the goose because she only gave him a single golden egg a day. He was not getting rich fast enough. Then one day, after he had finished counting his money, the idea came to him that he could get all the golden eggs at once by killing the goose and cutting it open. But when the deed was done, not a single golden egg did he find, and his precious goose was dead. And the moral of the story is such: those who have plenty want more, and so lose all they have. Yes! You know how impatient we get, and we come up with a scheme on how to make money or a new idea. And it's going along, you know, at a pace, but we want to make money quicker, so there's got to be more we can do. And in the end, the whole system implodes on itself, and you lose all your money. And you know what they say, no money, no honey. You wonder why your honey left you. So in Exodus, I want to give some biblical examples of what happens when you kill the golden goose. It's like that saying, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Yeah. Exodus 16:27 to 28 says this. Now it happened that some people went out on the seventh day to gather, but they found none. And the Lord said to Moses, how long do you refuse to keep my commandments? And the Lord said to Moses, how long do you refuse to keep my commandments and my laws? You see, God had told them, you can go and collect manna every day, but on the sixth day you can collect double, so that on the seventh day you can rest. But no, they went out on the seventh day to try and get extra. Yeah. And can you believe it, from having no food to being fed by God, right? And then they decide that they don't like it anymore. Numbers 11:1 to 6. Now when the people complained, it displeased the Lord, for the Lord heard it, and his anger was aroused. So the fire of the Lord burned among them and consumed them in the outskirts of the camp. Then the people cried to Moses, and when Moses prayed to the Lord, the fire was quenched. So he called the name of the place Taberah, because the fire of the Lord had burned among them. Now the mixed multitude who were among them yielded to intense craving. So the children of Israel also wept again and said, who will give us meat to eat? We remember the fish that we ate freely in Egypt, the cucumbers and the melons, the leeks, the onions, the garlic. But now our whole being is dried up, and there's nothing at all except this manna before our eyes. Kill the goose that laid the golden egg. Hebrews 13 verse 5 says this. Let your conduct be without covetousness. Be content with such things as you have, for he himself has said, I will never leave nor forsake you. Do you see my meaning here? Yes. And then Proverbs 17:1 says, better is a dry morsel with quietness than a house full of feasting with strife. Now, I think of certain situations where, let's take a country's education department. Now, there's a good one. And let's say, for argument's sake, for some reason there's a delay for the delivery of books or writing material or stationery or something like that. So what would be the obvious thing to do? Yes, that's it. Have a little patience or plan better so that the children won't be left without writing and learning materials. Correct? Yes, of course it is. But what do we do instead? Yes, we burn the school down. It's like, oh my gosh. Every time we're discontent with something, we go to such an extreme thing in exact opposite of what's going to help us, and we lose all our marbles, and we burn down places, and we rip down buildings, and we loot, and we do all kinds of silly things. And by virtue of what we're doing is we are killing the goose and lay the golden egg. You see, we have so many opportunities to be a blessing to each other and to be blessed. But that little thing called greed, that seems to control everything. Because the moment I get an opportunity to make more than you and get more than you because I deserve more than you, and then the whole system falls down because of my greed and my selfishness and my unkindness and my lack of grace. Hey, yeah, so what's the goose that you and I have at the moment? What's that thing that is supplying our needs, but we feel that it's just not fast enough? Maybe we can speed up the process, so to speak. Cut the stupid goose open and check it out and get all the golden eggs in one shot. We learn nothing by that. There are no shortcuts in life. And you find that every time we try to do a shortcut or try and find an alternative way to the status quo, we get ourselves into trouble. Yeah. Even if you think of churches and organizations, God's the one who will grow the church. Jesus said, if I be lifted up, I will draw all people unto me. And he said, I will build the church, and the gates of hell will not stand against it. That's what he said. Yeah, but we try to circumvent the system, so we come up with new marketing ideas and the silliness, that the show must be perfect and we have to do this and we have to do that and make religion more attractive, make Christianity more attractive than the other faiths, Come on, bring a bit more lights and come on, guys. God is not a goose. He's not a goose. And yet, we circumvent what He wants to do in our lives because we become impatient because of our greed and of our selfishness. So, be content. We need to be content with the things that we have. We need to have grace for each other. And not everybody's going to agree with you. And not everybody's going to think the same way. I had a little conversation with somebody not so long ago. And this person just said, but why can't everybody just think exactly the same way and be positive and, 8 billion people? And I answered that question. I may be wrong. I'm open to suggestions. I said because of the free gift of free will. That's what separates us from the animals. The animals are moved by instinct. They know when to sleep, they know when to stay awake, they know when to hunt, they know when to make little ones. Everything has a time and a season. But human beings, we get to stop the clock and say, no, I don't want to do this, or I don't want to follow this. So, let us be careful that we don't kill the goose that laid the golden egg. God's given us an incredible gift of salvation. And that gift of salvation is not for ourselves. It's so that we can be a blessing to other people. Amen. There you go. Thank you once again for giving me your ear and tolerating me. But it's okay even if you don't tolerate me. It's okay. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful Friday evening. Have a blessed Saturday. Enjoy sport. Enjoy the weekend with your loved ones and your family and your friends. Don't forget to fellowship on Sunday. Very important. In fact, don't forget to fellowship one with another every day. And pray for each other every day. Because we all need prayer. We all need support. Amen. Good. Thank you. And yes, you know what I'm going to say. If I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. Goodbye and God bless until next week. Toodaloo.